Good morning, yeah, happy campers. Welcome back to Chiefy Chats. I don't know what episode we're on. I'm gonna guess 13. If that's right, subscribe. If not, subscribe. Today we have a question from Mystical Aaron. Hey Chief, I have this thing called anger issues, and sometimes I just can't control it, and I end up hurting someone I love dearly, like my friends and family. Would it be possible for you to give me some tips about this and how to, control it? Great question, Aaron. Honestly, anger is hard. Anger is a natural human emotion, just as much as it is for love, happiness, sadness, joy, goofiness, silliness, all of these things. These are human emotions that shouldn't be repressed, but should be accepted. I'm not in your situation, Aaron. I don't know what's going on. Also, I'm not a therapist. I don't know if I should be saying this, but I'm not a therapist. But anger is tough. And I think the worst thing that you could do for anger, in my experience, because I had anger issues as a kid, I'm going to actually... The worst thing you could do for anger is to repent it? Suppress it. That's the word. Keep it pent up. That's where I was going, is keeping it pent up and suppressing it. Because all it's going to do is it's going to explode at a later point when you least expect it. Think of anger as a boiling pot of steam in a pot. And if you try and force the lid down when the steam's trying to get out, all you're doing is building the pressure. And if the pressure builds up too much, that anger or that steam is eventually just going to release with more force than you're able to keep it in. And that'll come out in possibly the form of lashing out at others or lashing out on yourself, which is not okay. I had problems with this in the past. I was going through struggles when I was a kid, and I really had a tough time keeping my anger under control. I had a very short temper, horribly. I actually, if someone ticked me off the wrong way, I would hit them in school. I got into fights in school. I did. I'm not proud of it. It happened. And over the course of, I'd say, my middle school years, I was able to learn how to control it. But also, the biggest tip that I found that really worked for me was my diet and my exercise. Those were things that I did not value when I was a kid. I was eating chips. I was only playing video games. I wasn't getting outside. I wasn't trying to socialize with my friends except online. Chicken fingers and fried food and all of this garbage. Veggies were basically non-existent. I actually hydrated quite well, but I didn't drink a whole lot of soda. Now I'm over here just drinking Diet Cokes a day. I love Diet Cokes. But the important thing is that I wasn't treating my body well, and in return, my body wasn't treating me well. So the biggest advice I can say is go get some exercise, go to the gym, lift some weights. If I'm ever angry or I'm ever pissed off, I go to the gym or I work out, because the release of that energy is able to be done in a much more controlled manner for me by lifting heavy weights. It restabilizes my hormones and restabilizes my emotions and allows me to think more clearly after it. The endorphins running through my body, I feel happier after a gym session, even if I still had a really, really bad day. Anger is not something you can necessarily control. It's going to come into your life and it's going to be present. So to try and deny it at every stop, all you're doing is eventually damaging your body, and it turns into a ticking time bomb waiting to explode. And hurting, and I know you don't mean to hurt your, I know you don't want to hurt your dear friends and family who you love dearly, like you said. I don't want to either, and I've done plenty of that damage in the past too. And I think just allowing yourself to eat a proper diet, get the proper vitamins and nutrients you need that actually help stabilize your mood, as well as making sure to actually release your energy in a proper, healthy manner. Go to a boxing class, go lift some weights, go on a run, Go do some push-ups if you're ever getting angry. That's another thing. If I can't have access to the gym, I just drop down and I start doing push-ups. Is it going to look weird? Maybe. But have confidence in the fact that you're doing what's best for your body and what's best for others. Spread the kindness. Spread the healthy way. Don't keep it pent up. And talk about it, all right? If you're keeping things in that bother you, again, that's just another form of a ticking time bomb waiting to release. So I think it would behoove you to talk to people about things that bother you, even if it's hard, especially if it's hard, because the things that are hard are the things that are worth doing. That is the mantra I do live by. And for the foreseeable future, it appears to be helping me. And I hope it helps you. It's not easy. And I'm sorry you're going through the anger issues. And I don't want you to be hurting anyone, and I don't want you to be hurting yourself. The best advice I can give is to talk to someone, to communicate your thoughts. Find someone, especially that you trust, like a dear friend or a family member. Go on a run, get some push-ups in, go to a boxing class, eat some vegetables, have a healthy diet, you know, have a good... Honestly, I live by the blend of, like, have your meats, have your carbs, have your veggies. Don't be restrictive. Don't try and take away from the fats. These are all things that actually help your body. We're omnivores biologically for a reason. Because that's the best way to get... It's the best and most efficient way for us to get the nutrients we need to have the healthiest level of physical performance as well as cognitive brain function, which will in turn help you have a better mood and may help control your anger issues. I know yeah, I know all too well what it's like to have anger issues and take it out on others as well as myself. It's not good. It's not healthy. Talk to someone, eat an apple, go on a run. I'll talk to you later, guys. I love you. Be kind. And I'll see you tomorrow.